Welcome back to By George from Page to Stage, the weekly podcast with myself, Matt Ogden, and this man right here, Mr. Richard Sykes. Today we are at a windy but sunny Huddersfield, sat outside the Lawrence Batley Theatre, and it's rehearsal night, isn't it?
It is, but also we're in the Courtyard, and it's at the LBT at the moment. We've got the Summer in the Courtyard promo, and I was here on Saturday, banging out some tunes, doing a bit of publicity for By George.
Lovely job.
It was a fantastic night, really, really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
How did it go down?
Songs went down superbly. Yeah,
good. Lots of laughs.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it's nice that people were listening to the lyrics and working it, so it's very nice.
Awesome. So, what are we doing here today, Rich? What are we going through tonight?
Well, as you mentioned, it's rehearsal night. Yeah. And there's no better time, I think, to discuss what the rehearsal period is like for those who are doing a new musical for the first time. Because it's not like doing an established musical.
Nope.
We've had 2 or 3 rehearsals so far, 2 chorus ones and 1 principal singing rehearsal.
Yeah.
And it's very strange to hear people approach these songs in such a... they're really throwing themselves into it.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy process at all. It's for instance, the chorus have to learn 8 songs. That may not sound like too much, but when they're brand new, they've nothing to really listen to. They haven't got any reference points for it.
Yeah, we've mentioned it before, haven't we? Like, there being no reference points means that when they're going home, they're relying on listening to either the demo tracks or reading the sheet music if they can, or just trying to remember what they did, basically.
Absolutely. So I think we're going to come to a sort of critical point where people's memories just sort of stop. Because mine certainly does, and I find it very difficult to remember new songs now because there are so many locked in there from doing the cruises. So I think we're going to come across a sort of critical mass where people just go, right, no more. Let's just consolidate what we've got.
So the chorus have those 8 numbers to learn.
Yeah.
And then what about the leads? What about our principals?
Well, the fact is that with the leads hopping in and out of the stage, it means that they might actually have fewer songs
really?
to do. Yeah, people like Gareth, who's playing Will, his character just comes in and out. But what we are going to try and do is beef up the chorus, because it's not huge, and we can have a microphone in the wings and allow us to beef up the vocals, which are happening on stage.
Nice.
Especially in things like Pump It Out. Pump It Out is a very difficult number because it's going to be extremely energetic, and they can't miss a word, not one. Otherwise, the whole rhythm of it will just go. So,
they the audience, or they the cast?
Both.
2, 3, and the moves so good if you're 7 stone, but if you're pumping, there's a pump it out alone. If she tells me to my rank, you straddle once again. There you go.
So yeah, I guess what we need to do is just film some people chatting about how things are going so far.
Yeah.
Are they learning easily? Are they finding it tough? What are they worried about? What are they excited about?
I think you're going to find that the worry is the newness, and that's really what this podcast is going to be about. What is it like to actually have a new musical that's yours? You're defining the characters for the very first time, because it's something a lot of people have never had the luxury of doing. But a lot of people don't see it as a luxury because they've got no reference point.
Exactly.
For instance, Niobe, who was playing Marge, hadn't been singing for maybe 15, 16 years. And so she wasn't sure where her range was sitting.
Yeah.
And when we did the rehearsal here on Thursday, it became apparent that the song was going to be too low for her.
Oh,
but
really?
the chorus had already learnt the 4-part harmony arrangement. So now...
That's a challenge.
It is, but it's not.
He's got some sheet music, everybody. He's got some sheet music.
So we've amended, we've taken it up 4 semitones, so you can see how low it was. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I thought you were going to say that she struggled with the top range.
She really didn't.
That's
no,
weird,
she
isn't it?
absolutely stormed through it, and we were having a lovely old sing-song down there.
Yeah.
And it became apparent that once she got into it and once she knew it, then it was fine.
To be fair, like you've said, if the chorus have already learned the lower version, and now all you've got to do is get them to relearn with the new key, you'd think that muscle memory will kick in, and the notes, once they get that kind of first note and they can pitch it, they should be able to pick it back
it
up.
won't be committed to memory yet.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that isn't the case because I haven't just taken everything up. The tenors were already really sky high in this song, so it'd be squeaky bum time if I was doing if the tenor line was taking it up to a B or a B flat.
He likes his squeaky bum time.
You've been reading my profile. This is good. But yeah, basically, I've rewritten it. So
Oh, wow.
So I've just redone the four
Just
the four
casually
parts.
rewrote it.
Well, it wasn't that hard because I know how it's supposed to sound. So it's just a case of swapping a few lines around, and they'll receive this today. So good luck to them. I really feel for them because obviously it's not good having changes, but it's important because when Neovis sung the lower one down in the Sala Theatre, we realised that it sounded very muddy. Do you know what I mean? And with a comedy song,
Muddy in a good way.
Oh no!
Oh right.
It was so no, it didn't work.
I imagine that kind of hides a little bit of the dialogue, and it means that you're not quite getting as much of the humour come across. Whereas lightening
you
it up,
wouldn't have been able to hear her.
Oh.
So I mean, she performed it beautifully, but it is quite a range. It's got a big range of it as a song.
Yeah.
I mean, for a principal to have, she's Neva's got about a 2-octave range, and this is a 1.5 octave song.
Yeah.
So it's really taking down to the depths and up to the peaks.
Yeah.
But fortunately, we're more aware of where she sits now, which is good.
Circles you'll find I'm blessed. Now who are they to me? I don't have a Scooby, but all of them claimed my request. There's nothing as great as a nodding acquaintance who lives through their socials online. I meet them in person, but what could be worse than a chat? That's a flat waste of time. So sing with me, my friends. Everyone be my friends. I'll be so influential and go exponential, and heaven knows it never ends. Here's one for all my friends. Let's have a ball, my friends. We can kick it instant. There's no clean that isn't my friend.
But we'll see things like this throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the whole point of this.
But I want to know how people accept that because it's a very different process.
This is the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. How do you feel about this? Because you may have just learnt
We
this.
only just started to learn this.
Wow.
I think everyone, like I say, I think, I guess you've changed the harmonies a little bit, but the tenors will probably thank you.
Yes.
The altos always complain anyway, regardless.
How dare
Sorry,
you?
altos.
It's a very
sorry.
sweeping statement.
That's true.
Poor
I know.
altos.
But and sopranos always sing the tune, so they'll just sing the new tune, won't they?
No, not so in this one.
Massive sweeping statement. I'm only kidding. But that'll get reactions, so that's what we want.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Comments on the
Comments
YouTube.
on the YouTube. So it's all fun, and it should be a nice rehearsal. We're hoping to mop up everything that we haven't done yet.
Right.
So this is kind of a key stage now, where we're solidifying what we've got. In other words, we've got all the songs will have been sung through now, including all the solos. So the keys will be set
That's
after
pretty
this.
quick, really.
Very.
I mean, how many weeks are we into rehearsals? 3,
Only
4?
2.
Oh, wow, yeah. So week 3 now,
Yeah.
then. And we've already sang through nearly every song in the show.
Yeah, and when I say learn the songs, most of the time the chorus isn't singing for the full song. Just a small bit that is the chorus of the song.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. I hope not. Anyway, we'll see. We'll find out.
I mean, if it is bad, it's good content.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But we don't want that. I'd prefer that to be,
Yeah,
I'd
we want
prefer it to run.
boring weekly podcasts where we have nothing to talk about, and then we just look at the weather and find something funny to talk about otherwise.
Well, as we record, we've just had Glastonbury. And,
Yes.
and summer in the courtyard over the weekend. Now these are running throughout the
Not
whole.
really comparative.
They were when I was there. Trust me. I felt very
Elton
John.
John, Richard Sykes.
How dare you? It's true.
2 raging queens.
Yeah. and I had to plug in my own keyboard as well. Elton never had to put up with that crap. Dear me, couldn't have that at Glastonbury.
Yeah, so Glastonbury, and then we've got the Kirklees Year of Music still
that's
this
right.
year, which is when the show's going to come out.
Yeah.
So there's lots of exciting things happening.
Plenty going on, and hopefully we can nail a few bits in this to By George as well. In terms of marketing the show,
Yeah.
I mean we've done a fair few bits already. The podcast is obviously part of that,
Yep.
but now we're looking to expand into TikTok videos and try and establish a bit of a contact on there. Instagram's going to be quite key.
Yeah, we've got lots of plans, haven't we?
Yeah, but we've got to get motoring. We've got to start picking clips and putting them up. I know that it's not actually essential essential just yet, but it's nice to have the preparation in advance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll see how we fare with publicity. At the moment, the tickets are going very well, but we can't just rest on our laurels, and we've got to be able to make it push.
But hopefully we'll get an update from David Clegg on the ticket sales so far.
Well, we could just go in and ask the box
Well, we
office
could.
now.
They're just there, to be fair. But that would be boring. That would give something fun for David to do.
We'll wait for David.
But, exactly. Right. Should we get cracking?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. See you soon.
See ya.
It's wonderful to actually hear the harmonies coming together, and it's just a lovely kind of atmosphere of learning it together, because you all feel like you're doing something completely new well, that you're actually creating something which is, an unexpected experience, and it's also like, it's undiscovered country, isn't it? Yeah, and if you were going to do a show, you'd normally you'd listen to the album like God knows how many times, and you'd have that kind of residual thing. And yes, we've all listened to bits of things, and you listen to some versions, or you might have listened to little bits of parts that you had for auditions, but trying to put it all together is something completely new, which is wonderful as well, because actually we're all like starting from the same point, which is what makes it feel like a fantastic team of everybody building it together.
So, Alison, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you?
Nervous or all good?
I'm all right, actually.
She was nervous 5 seconds ago. She's
I'm
fine
all
now.
right.
No, so tonight we are rehearsing and we are learning the new harmonies that Richard's just written. What, a couple of days ago?
Joy.
Yeah. Are you excited?
No.
How was the experience so far of learning something with no reference point, learning a new musical with nothing to go on? How are you finding it?
I'm finding it all right, actually. Do you know what people have to appreciate is when you do a show that's known, you half know the songs and how the melody goes and everything like that. But this, none of us have any idea how any song goes, what the harmonies are, what the melodies are. So we're having to all learn it from you. And of course, as you get older, you go down to alto. So then you get all the harmonies.
Said it before.
But no, it's really good. I'm enjoying it.
Good.
It's back to reading music. I haven't done that for a while.
When was your last show?
The last show at LBT was it Little Shop or was it? Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. We did Chicago and then we did Little Shop of Horrors the year after. So it was Little Shop of Horrors, which would be 1999 a bit.
I was 7.
Thanks.
So you've not done any kind of singing since? Or?
I have done a few. I did quite a lot of pantomimes.
Yeah.
I did a couple at Salem. Oh yes, I did.
There's always bloody one.
I did quite a few with Meltham Stage Company that used to be Slathway Amateurs.
Right. Okay.
I did a few in Halifax at Salem Methodist Church, I want to say.
Yeah.
Played a couple of lead boys. And then we've done a couple of variety performances at Meltham as well, so I did a few of those as well. So I've not totally been out of the loop, but I've not been at LBT for 20 odd years.
Wow. It's a long time.
It is a long time.
And to pick something like this up, which is brand new, as you say, and no reference point, that must be quite a kind of throwing yourself in at the deep end.
It is a challenge, but I'm from Yorkshire, and I'm Broad Yorkshire, and I just thought, this is me. It's comedy.
She's Yorkshire born and bred, isn't she?
Aye, lad.
Thank you, Alison.
Which songs have we gone through so far today?
So we started off with Yorkshire Born and Bred, which is the opening company number, and then it goes straight into the cue from that, I believe, which is Chloe.
Yeah, and lots of little harmonies in the background.
And then the ensemble come in with some lovely harmonies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how's it going? Scary?
No, I don't. I think like I've not done a show where it sounded this good this early.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of like a home element to it, like know it, because everyone knows and loves Richard, and we know that this is his.
He's all right.
He's all right. And
Makes a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, but I feel like it's got that element where.
Yes.
Not saying that other things have been cared about less, but it's just got that.
You want to get it right.
It's got that personal touch to it.
I mean, we've never actually done shows, generally speaking, where Andrew Lloyd Webber or Stephen Sondheim, whoever's actually
in the audience.
Yes.
Yeah, are there at every rehearsal.
Yeah.
And obviously the person that's wrote this musical is sat across the room from us, singing along with us.
Yeah.
I think it just adds that element of, I don't know, that
responsibility.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think also you've got awful lot of people in this chorus or company that are kind of leading men material as well, people who've like done serious kind of like amounts, so that you've got a lot of really strong voices that are helping to actually balance everything out and carry things as well, which is really
it's
lovely.
a massively strong company.
It's a very strong company.
And it's like you can tell that everyone is placed so perfectly.
Yes, yeah, and it is very, very balanced. Be interesting though, like at the moment we're learning it all together, and there are suddenly parts when people go, "Oh, I don't think I'm on stage for this bit," and so it'll be kind of like interesting to see how that then changes the dynamic of it. But it's so much breadth in the company that I think that we can all kind of like hold our own, so that's good. Yeah.
Hi, Johnny. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Awesome. So, how are you finding the experience so far?
It's great. It is really great. It's always a challenge learning something new, but this is really new. It is exciting.
It is new. New.
Yes. I suppose how we met was kinky, and when you look
Kinky
back,
Boots, for the record.
sorry,
Yeah.
but when you look back at the roles from there, you've watched the show, you've got the old school films when you did Adams, you've got
Yeah.
that whole, even if
I mean,
you hadn't
you did
seen the
Adams
music
as well,
I
yeah.
did, but I didn't have a part.
Yeah, you played quite a significant member of the chorus, though.
Thank you.
Yes.
You
You're in every scene. You were in more than me.
Yeah, it was in the end.
There you go.
But when you have like an iconic character such as that, you've got so many things you can link to, even if you've not seen the musical.
Yeah.
You've got the old school films, the cartoons. With this, there is zilch. There's nothing. You are making things up.
There is Yorkshire.
Almost as you go along, a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you going to channel when it comes to not just learning the songs and learning the music, but when it comes to being one of the characters that make up Yorkshire in the By George world?
You have to go on what you know, a lot of own reference, but you have to go with what you're guided by. So the people around you that are helping you. Me being the teacher, it's very similar to if I give my students some pens, pencils, and tell them to draw a picture. They don't know what that picture is till it's finished. It's a very similar situation here where we are being guided by people that have written it, know the music, things like that, but until everything comes together at the end, you don't really know what to expect and how things will slot together. But no, it's a great experience. I'm really looking forward to it.
And what so far has been like your standout highlight? I know we've only got into like the first little bits of rehearsals, but what's the moment where you've gone, yeah, I'm really glad I'm doing this?
It's the harmonies.
Yeah.
Me growing up in a choral choir and just hearing something new, and when it all slots together after you're working bits out piece by piece, and then you're singing a song through for the first time, and it's like, oh my God, this is what this should be like. And it's that buzz, it's that excitement.
When
it's
everything just comes
where
together.
your hairs on your arms stand up, it feels right.
Yeah.
And it's that we crave and we love as performers.
Awesome. Thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome.
So there we go. That was enlightening, wasn't it?
That was a great little podcast, a great little rehearsal. We got to listen to quite a lot of lovely harmonies.
Yeah.
New ones that were just fresh today.
Straight off the press. Yeah.
So hopefully next time we come to do a podcast, you'll have rewritten another 2 or 3 songs. We'll have plenty more to talk about. And on that topic, it's a good idea to go back and listen to some of the old podcasts or watch it if you're on YouTube. And where can they get their tickets for the show?
Well, they can log on to www.thelbt.org and you can place an order for By George tickets there and come and see it at this fabulous location. And a little hint that over there, from where we are at the moment, there's going to be a fish and chip van as well, selling fish and chips on the way out. Can't wait.
And if you cannot wait and you just want to learn a little bit more about Richard, a little bit more about By George, a little bit more about the podcast, head to richsykes.com. And like we said, we're going to be on TikTok and Instagram, so look out for us. In fact, you might have a little QR code just somewhere around here.
It'll be there.
Yeah, just there, where you can subscribe to our Instagram page, and we will make some bloopers, we'll make some funny stuff, and we'll link to some of the full episodes, and you'll be able to go back and watch them all and see this entire process of By George from page to stage.
Yeah, getting
Until
exciting.
then, thank you very much, Rich, and I'll see you soon.
Pleasure, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.